It's Friday night. It's 7 p.m. That means it's time for the Paul Nicky Show. The greatest show on earth. Yeah!
Hey! I am not Nicky New.
I'm not Paul and doing very well.
But this is the Paul and Nicky Show.
Smiley. How are you, Paul? All right?
Super good. Tell me about your week and tell me about the film you watched recently, Coming to America 2.
Yeah. Coming to America 2. I mean, I love the original Coming to America because I love Eddie Murphy. He's one of my favourite actors. I just think he's just so funny. He doesn't have to do a lot for me to be funny. It's just his expressions, and I don't know, some people are just like that, aren't they? They're just, their expressions in itself are funny. And yeah, so it was Steve who said to me, he said, "Oh, did you know that there's Coming to America 2 coming out?" I said, "Yeah, I think Paul mentioned it. I think you mentioned it a while ago." And he said, "Well, actually, we can watch it now because it's on Prime now." And I was like, "You're joking?" He said, No. So we watched that a few days ago, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's not as good as, in my mind, it's not as good as the original, but it's still very good. I'd say it's still worth a watch. It's got a lot of the same cast pretty much. I think they've added a few new people, obviously, but it's got a lot of the same old cast, and it's really fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh, cool. Is it child friendly or is it just for adults, really?
Do you know what? I can't remember what rating it is. I didn't really look, but I'm just thinking.
I can't remember what the first one was.
To be honest, Paul, I can't remember hearing like a lot of swearing or anything, or like anything particularly rude. Not from what I remember. You don't see anything like I say, specifically very rude or like the language being really bad.
Okay.
But yeah,
I've been like that though. I've kind of like said to people before, "Oh, this film's amazing," and then kind of when I've rewatched it, I'm like, "Oh no, I can't believe I recommended that," because there's certain scenes in it that you just block out, don't you, when you're kind of watching stuff?
Yes.
You don't think about them, but
I mean, I can't say that there's no swear words in it at all, or any kind of slight rude comments. Sometimes I couldn't say that because I can't remember it fully.
But on the whole, it's a pretty good film. Yeah.
But there's nothing like in the whole that I would say is like you'd think, "Oh yeah, that's too much for kids," personally. But you have to watch it yourself and make your own mind up. So,
definitely. Cool. Right, are we going to go over to our next segment, Nick?
Yeah.
Freaky facts.
Let's go over to Freaky Facts. Freaky Facts. Okay, have you got your first freaky fact for us?
I certainly do. I don't think I'll ever get enough of that, you doing that. I'm just going to record it every single time you do it and just kind of have a long video playing, like looping for hours. I can't even do it. I can't even do that noise. How'd you do it? Do it again. Ooh, I can't do it. Ooh, that's very camp. Ooh.
It's really weird. It's like I've got this other really weird noise that I can make, and it's almost like some sort of like animal noise. It's really weird. I'll just do it for you really quickly. It's really odd. It goes like this. I don't know anyone else who can do this. It goes like this. And you know what? I made that noise when we went to the bird park in Bolton. Yeah. And I made that noise to the birds there. I don't know if it was a toucan that was there. I can't remember now. But anyway, I can't remember. There's so many birds in all these different bird parks I've been to. I lose track. But anyway, whatever bird it was, I'll tell you what it was. It was the kookaburra bird, and they laugh. It's really unusual when they laugh. And I was doing that noise to it, and it was reacting really weirdly. It started doing its funny laugh, and it started like rocking back and forth and like making rock.
Weird.
It's like it was interacting with the bird.
Like Dr. Dolittle. Talking to the animals.
Anyway.
Well, that's a freaky fact in itself right there.
Do that. then you should sort of like, I don't know, let us know. Send a video in of doing an unusual sort of animal noise or something similar to that.
I can do a baboon. That's kind of the noise they make. I've seen them on David Attenborough. Okay, what's your first freaky fact, Nick?
My first, okay, I'm going first then. Okay, so this is another one because Dan sent me a long list of freaky facts. Thank you, Dan. So I'm just going to finish off some of Dan's freaky facts. And this one is: a coffee taster had his tongue insured for £10 million. Gennaro Policia, if that's how you pronounce it, I hope, doesn't just appreciate a good cup of coffee. He's a professional coffee taster who works for England's Costa Coffee Company. Mm-hmm. His discerning tongue is so key to his job that he was able to insure it for a whopping £10 million, $11.3 million, with Lloyd's of London. And then he says, my tongue and my ability to perceive different aromas are very important to work.
I used to work for Lloyd's of London.
I mean, anyone.
That sounds like a fair.
Like, you know.
That sounds like a fair bet, doesn't it? Like, what's going to happen? He's going to chop off his tongue by accident. Yeah, let's insure it. Let's push those premiums out. Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to speak anymore, but or taste that matter. Right, so, but don't you think anyone could kind of say that? Like, you know, when you get these sort of taste critics, mm-hmm. or I don't know if there's a specific name for them. I think they have different names, don't they? Like, it's quite funny because Steve always laughs at the name barista, like making coffee, you know. But yeah, I think like you could say for that, and like wine tasters and things, it's just an individual opinion,
yeah,
isn't it? I mean, come on, it's just we could all say you might like certain cheeses and I wouldn't like that certain cheese, and you'd say, oh, well, you haven't got an acquired taste in this or whatever, you know.
Yeah, I just think some people's taste buds are dead and that's why they like everything. I think like when you have a highly developed palate like my own, the cheddar cheese and red Leicester are the only cheeses you should eat.
So perhaps you could be a food critic then, but maybe then you wouldn't be any good at blue cheeses.
No, thank you. But we were talking about earlier about smell, weren't we? About you've got a highly developed sense of smell.
Yeah.
And I couldn't smell anything. So we went into a shop earlier on or something. And you went, oh, there's a funny smell in the shop. Couldn't smell anything. Be fair, we had face masks on, so it's pretty difficult.
Because I said to you as well, didn't I? I said, well, your sister Kimmy obviously follows you, because I remembered that when we went to New York, and she'll probably laugh at this, you know, as soon as we sort of got into sort of Times Square area, I just felt, I think it was before then, I just felt really sick because all of the fumes and the pollution, like all the cabs and stuff, and it, to me, it was, the smell was so potent, it made me feel sick. And I just said, Kim, I said, you know, doesn't that make you feel a bit ugh? And she said, I can't smell anything. I'm like, what? That is really strong. But anyway, like I said to you, it only took a matter of a couple of hours, and I was soon like acclimatized and adjusted to the smell. I just didn't smell it anymore. That's quite worrying in a way, isn't it? You sort of think, wow, you know, how quickly you adapt.
So New York, then, you're saying, is an exciting city, but it's a pongy city too. Forget about it.
Lots of petrol smells.
Okay, I've got a freaky fact. I'm not sure if we've had this freaky fact before. It kind of rings a bell, but it might be because I've read it before. Anyway, did you know that a quarter of all of your bones are in your feet?
Yes, I think we have done that one before.
Have we done this before, have we? Okay.
I've read, it sounds familiar, unless it's just the fact that I've perhaps looked that one up as well. I don't know.
Well, apparently, out of the 206 bones in our body, we've got 26 bones in each foot. So that works out to be 52 bones in each feet. And apparently, this allows us as human beings to outrun any other animal in an endurance race. So apparently human beings can run longer distances than any other animal. Probably not as fast.
Oh, right.
So-
I haven't read that bit, so
Well, there we are.
then. Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay, shall I do my
Yeah,
next one?
please. Yep.
Okay. I hope I pronounce this correctly. Stan's put this, another one of Dan's. He's put a sneeze sounds different around the world. While people in English-speaking countries tend to say achoo, and French-speaking countries go with a similar sounding achum, Germans G, and the Japanese say action.
Sneeze. Do you sneeze through your mouth or through your nose?
Sorry, do I breathe?
Do you sneeze through your mouth or through your nose?
Well, it's I suppose when you sneeze, you open your mouth, don't you? So I
Yeah.
suppose.
So how does that help your nose? It's weird, isn't
What
it?
do you mean? How does it help?
Well,
your
obviously,
nose?
usually you get like a tickle in your nose, don't you? And then you go like, and you go, and you breathe out through your mouth. So how's that helping your nose? What I'm really trying to say here, Nick, is what is the point of the sneeze?
I don't know. Well, apparently, though, if you hold the sneeze in, it's very dangerous.
I've heard that.
Blood, it can burst a blood.
I heard once as well that if you sneeze with your eyes wide open, your eyes will pop out. So one day I tried it. I felt like I was going to sneeze, and I held my eyes open like this. Nothing happened. It's a load of rubbish.
You did it?
Yeah.
Oh wow! Do you know what? I wouldn't have wanted to have done that. Fair play to you.
Well, I figured if they popped out, I could always push them back in. But it's.
Do you remember that man who's got those poppy out eyes?
Yeah, he pushes really hard.
On the internet all the time, yeah. And that looks painful, doesn't it?
But no, you're safe, Nick. If you want to keep your eyes open when you sneeze, you're going to be okay.
I don't think I could. I think they just naturally shut.
Do you people that go, or are you just like a chew once? Because I'm a oneer. I just do it like once.
It depends. Sometimes they're like little achews, aren't they? Sometimes it's just one big achoo. So, yeah, depends.
There we are.
What about you?
Yeah, I'm just a all-in-one blast out my mouth sort of thing, and then it's done. Which is just, once again, don't know why that affects my nose and why it helps my nose, because it's all coming out of my mouth anyway, so it's weird. Okay, in 2008, this is a weird fact, 2 Virginia sisters found a cornflake that was shaped like the state of Illinois, and they sold it on eBay for $1,350.
Wow, really? Wow.
Monty Kerr, the owner of a trivia website in Austin, Texas, was the buyer, and he explained that he wanted a special piece of cereal for his traveling museum, and he says that we thought that this was a fantastic item to kind of purchase. $1,350 for one cornflake shaped like Illinois.
Wow.
I reckon you and me, Nick, we should
cornflakes.
We should buy a box of cornflakes, me and you, get one of those little tiny hand drills, and just drill and shape every state of America and say, look what we found, and sell them for like $1,000 each.
Don't know
You'd be rolling in it.
Easy as that.
You never know unless you try.
Really.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's crazy.
So I suppose you could look at it like something's only worth as much as somebody's willing to pay for it, isn't it? So
and there are some stupid people out there.
Yeah.
Willing to pay big bucks.
Obviously good for the guys that are selling the thing. Like, they're like, why would you even think to try to sell that anyway? That's a strange thing. Like,
yeah. And just imagine if they sold it on eBay, then they ate it by accident. They just saw it there one day and what have I just done? That's an expensive breakfast right there.
Yeah.
Okay, have you got one more?
Yeah. I've got a few here, but I'll just do this one. Apparently, on average, people fear spiders more than they do death.
Oh, right. Okay.
So, and I mean, I want to be honest, I must admit, I did used to be really freaked out by spiders at one point, and yet my parents had a tarantula. And they've just never been bothered by spiders at all. And I used to, when I was living at home, if I was a big spider in my room, like, Mom, get the spider. But actually now, I would say I'm a lot better, and I don't mind them so much. I can kind of deal with them and and move them out if I need to, because Steve won't go anywhere near them.
All right, okay.
I have got no choice. I have to deal with them.
Obviously, like with little spiders, you can't tell what their feet are like, but with tarantulas, they're quite big. Do they have sticky feet? Tarantulas.
Well, I never held it.
So you don't know.
My parents did. I never held it. I can't answer that one. I wouldn't have. I thought they would perhaps. I mean, they're furry.
Yeah, because they can climb up walls, can't they? Tarantulas. They can still climb.
But yeah, so you think, well, they've got super glue on there.
Well, they've got sticky feet, haven't they? I mean, with a little spider, you'd never feel it, but with something like has that the thickness of your little finger as a leg, you'd think you'd feel some stickiness on your.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
Clinging to your hand if it's crawling on you.
I never, like I say, I never kind of ventured that far to hold it. Fascinating to look at and to sort of watch. And when they shed their skin, it's like a whole other tarantula in the tank.
It's gross.
So it looks like you've got two of them in there.
Why's it got to be so ugly?
Amazing. No, it's just like it's like the whole thing.
Shell comes off almost.
You know, it's not like in bits like a snake. It sort of sheds its skin in bits.
They're gross,
this is like the whole shell. Ooh.
Just imagine if we did that as human beings. Like you woke up one morning and like there's a chrysalis of Steve there, and Steve had shed his skin. And how gross is that? It's disgusting, isn't it? Animals are horrible. Not all of them, but just some of them are like, blinging gross.
What about you? What are you like with spiders?
I thought you meant me shedding my skin. With spiders, I'm okay with spiders. I'm not overly frightened of them. It's not the slow ones. It's the ones that scamper really quick. Yeah. They're the ones that make you go, ugh. Yeah, kind of freaking ones that jump. They kind of like, they can be crawling up a wall and they jump. They jump onto you or something. I remember one time my dad was doing some gardening and he's it was in the summer, kind of bare chest, doing some gardening and stuff like that. And he stood up and he had this, it was like almost like the size of a tarantula. It wasn't a tarantula, but it was a garden spider. It was like almost the size of one, and it was crawling up his chest. And he looked down and he screamed. He was like knocking the thing off. It was so funny. It was like some out of a horror movie crawling up his chest. He didn't even know it was there, but it was just funny watching him react.
Some of them have quite big abdomens, don't they? So it's
huge.
And I remember I had one. It must have got caught in my hair from the garden. And I don't know, I must have gone to have a shower or something, went upstairs. And as I took my top off, I heard something go plonk on the floor. It was quite a big plonk, you know, quite a bloop. And I thought, what's that? And I looked down and it was quite a big spider. And it was one of those like the garden ones, like you say, those sort of with big the ones. Quite round, big, fat abdomens. But because it hardly moved when it was on the floor, it was still alive, but it just didn't do a lot. It didn't bother me too much. I think it's the movement that freaks people out. I don't think it's the actual spider. I think it's the movement.
And it's also when they burrow into your ears and up your nose whilst you're asleep and lay eggs. That's what freaks a lot of people out. Anyway, we've got to move on because we've only got 10 minutes left. And
okay, let's go.
Right, let's move on to our next section, which is
the Games of Insanity.
The Games of Insanity. And this week, it's my turn to do the shopping item quiz thingy, whatever we call it. I don't know what we're calling it. Have you got a timer there, Nick?
What do you... Yeah.
You need 60 seconds, right?
How many?
60 seconds, is that right?
Well, I've kind of got it preset to 6. What I can do is, I can do it on my watch, because this one's preset for the questions later.
Okay, yeah, okay, you can do it on your watch. And
do it on my watch.
Right. Nice and clear.
What? Yeah.
What I had last week, yeah, 60 seconds.
Okay, shall I say go then?
Yeah, tell me when.
2, 1, go. Something in grills. Burgers. I don't know. Move on quick.
Blue rolls.
Bread.
Yep.
Bread.
Well done, that's 1.
Chocolate.
Yep, that's 2. Well done.
Then move on. I move on.
That's paracetamol.
Okay, yeah. Runner beans.
Yeah, well done. That's 3.
Sweet corn.
That's 4. Well done.
Pants.
Pants? No, it's not pants.
Move on.
That was peanuts.
Okay, peanuts, yeah.
4 so far.
Something milk.
Yeah.
Pint of milk.
5. Well done.
I think I've got 2 seconds. Okay, I think it's done. 60 seconds done.
So you got 5.
How much?
5.
Oh no! No!
Should we go through these? This was apple pie.
Oh yeah. No, let me try this one. Something trolley.
Yeah, that was trolley.
Yeah.
What's that one?
Bolognese sauce.
Oh, well done. I didn't think you'd get that one. That was awesome. Well done.
Baby bottle.
No, close.
Baby.
Think about what I was on earlier.
I can't hear you, Paul, hardly.
Think about what I was eating earlier.
What were you eating? Baby bow.
Yeah,
Baby bow.
Yeah, baby bow. Well done.
Yeah, I don't know why the sound's gone. I don't know if you can hear that. The sound's gone a bit quiet.
You're nice and loud to me. Can you hear me now?
I can, but it's quieter for me. But I can still hear you.
That's bizarre, isn't it? Anyway, let's move on to joke of the week.
Okay.
Okay, shall I start?
Yeah.
2 jokes. Okay, here we go. Did you hear about the silkworm race? It ended in a tie.
What?
It ended in a tie.
Okay. Sorry, it's where the sound's gone really quiet.
What? Okay, go on. You go next.
I met this bloke with a didgeridoo and he was playing Dancing Queen on it. I thought, that's Aboriginal.
Oh, very nice. I like that one. That was good. Okay. Someone stole the police station's toilets.
Right.
They have nothing to go on.
Right. Right. Next one. I'll tell you what I love doing more than anything. Trying to pack myself in a small suitcase. I can hardly contain myself.
Very nice. Okay, let's go over to our next section, which is
Holy Ghost Gashape.
Holy Ghost Gossip.
And this week I'm asking Nikki about the experiences or an experience that she's had whilst being a Christian. So what kind of experience have you had with God, Nikki?
So what I wanted to sort of speak about this week was like sort of certain things that God has like delivered me from.
Yep.
And I would say some of the things that came to mind were, do you mind if I share this?
Yeah.
Yeah? I can't hear you, Paul.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
That's better. I can hear you now.
Okay, go on then.
Okay. Yeah, and one of the things was smoking. That was actually something that I didn't really do a lot of, but I kind of enjoyed socially smoking, to be honest. It just kind of was something that I don't know, I just kind of got into with friends and stuff, and I was never really that particularly fussed on it, but it did sort of start to become a habit for quite a few years, and it was something that even though I wouldn't say I was addicted to, I was kind of addicted to the whole thing of the social aspect of smoking, going to have a cigarette with somebody, have a chat with them and have a cigarette, have a drink and have a cigarette. So even though I wouldn't say I was addicted, I was addicted to the whole kind of social side of it. So that kind of had me, I was smoking for quite, I don't know, probably about 5 years. And like I say, it wasn't like heavy smoking, but it was still smoking. And literally God just the one day just totally delivered me from that, because I knew it wasn't any good for my health. Let's be honest, there's plenty of evidence to show us that it's not good for our health at all. But you kind of, I think for a long time, you just sort of almost try to think, oh, well, it can't be that bad. You always try to sort of, play it down a little bit. Yeah. And the one day, God just totally... it was instant, actually. This was a one instant thing. Yeah, I just delivered me from it. And I got my pack of cigarettes and I just put them in the bin. That was it. And I never, ever touched them ever again. And I never had the desire to touch them ever again. If anything, I would see them and I'd feel a bit sick. I'm like, ugh, why did I ever do that? Because before I was smoking, I loved my martial arts for years, as you know, and I was more of like a fitness type sort of person. And I was always dead against smoking. So it was strange how I kind of got hooked with it. And I couldn't believe the fact that God it was an instant delivery from it. So yeah, I think that was quite amazing, really, isn't it? How he can just like that and take that desire away from you, and that's it, the other thing I'd say is as well, like he's like you were talking about the other week, is he's definitely, I did pray about it, pray for boldness. He's definitely given me a lot of boldness, to the point where I would be doing things now and have done other things which I didn't think I would have the abilities to do before, because I didn't think I'd have the confidence to be able to be equipped to do certain things. So that's quite amazing in itself, because you know that it's not from you. Because if you tried in your own strength, sort of thinking, pushing yourself to be bold enough, you can do so much, but you can't fully overcome big obstacles. And with God, there's certain things that he gives you the boldness for, and obviously the Holy Spirit starts to work through you. And it's amazing, really, actually, what you can see, what you think, wow, I've actually accomplished that, and I didn't think I'd be able to do that. So yeah, I would say, God, you can definitely, I'm sure, people that are born again Christians, and they can see what God has done for them in their lives, and just how much he's sort of delivered them from, even delivering you from certain relationships which were perhaps wrong for you, but you didn't know at the time. And I'd say what I love about God as well is that he is like it's like a gentleman, in that when he knows our abilities, and even if it feels like it at the time, he never puts more on you than what you can handle. Even though you yourself might think you can't handle it, he knows when to do it. And the timing of it, the precision is quite amazing. I don't know if you've found this before, but sometimes he will have this expectation of something that he wants you to do, but you think, that's too much for me. So he'll build you up to it and give you sort of little things to start with to build your confidence and your boldness, and then build you up to that point, and something will happen and you think, wow, a year ago I would never have thought I could have done that, like big public speaking, or like teaching, lecturing, all sorts of different things, even the work we do, lots of things like that. And so yeah, it is quite amazing, isn't it? And there's no greater testimony than in your own life, isn't it, to sort of share, really, because it's a personal relationship with God, and a recognition of it.
Yeah, and I can testify to that as well, because it's like a few years ago now that you hadn't even appeared on camera before, had you? And then we started to get you to kind of do like news at church in front of a camera. And the very first time we filmed it was in my sister's flat, and you were really nervous and really self-conscious about being in front of the camera. But
and you two were laughing at me.
Oh, that's funny.
You're naughty.
But now you're on television. You're literally reaching millions of people through our videos and through television. and you're an international television all over the world, and people are watching you and watching your videos, watching your talks that you script yourself and put together. And so from you going from that place where you were scared to film yourself in front of a camera in somebody's flat to now being an international television personality, in a sense, that's what God has done.
Yeah.
So
it's quite amazing.
When you look back, you look back 10 years, you were kind of nowhere where you are today, but what God has done over that time is incredible.
Yeah, and he's always working on us all the time, isn't he? He's always chipping away at things that he knows that, in our characters that we need to sort of sort out, sort of, refine. And he's always sort of working in our lives in that respect. And that's what's so amazing about a relationship with God, is that you're always learning, you're always growing, you'll never stop, and you're always developing in your relationship and your journey with Christ, aren't you? So it's quite amazing.
Right, I think it's time we need to go over.
Yes!
Oh boy, it's time for the Pie Face Challenge!
My face challenge! My face challenge!
Okay, so this week I've got my Bible. You told me you're going to do the same sort of thing with me this week.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, and I've got my timer. Okay. So I just want to show people so that they know it's exactly 15 seconds.
Cool.
Okay, and it's quite loud, so you'll hear it when it's counting down 3 seconds.
Yep.
So, I've just turned Steve's PlayStation on. Whoops, didn't mean to do that.
Whilst we're waiting, shall we? Okay. You let me know. So you're gonna read out the question?
So I'm gonna read out the scripture, so you can write it down if you want to, like you did with me.
Okay. Yep.
And then I'll read out the question.
Yep.
And then what I'll do is I'll say go, and then I'll put the timer on.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay.
How many have you got? 10.
So is it? Yeah, because you did 10, didn't you?
And if I get more than 5, then I've won. If I get less than 5 or more, I win. Less
5
than
or more.
I lose.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm sure you'll probably get all of them, Paul. So
it's tricky. Find out
okay, you probably won't even need to look it up. You're like, yeah, I know that.
You'd be like hidden.
Right. Okay. Right. First question was. So this is. I'll give you the scripture. Exodus 18:9. 18:9.
18 verse.
Not 89. Sorry, 18:9.
18 verse 9. Yeah.
And the question is, and as soon as I finish the question, I'm going to press start. Okay.
Okay.
Question is. Who was delighted to hear about all the good things the Lord has done for Israel? Go.
That's loud. Jethro.
Oh, well done. Well done. You got 6 seconds left. Well done. Very good. Hang on, I just put. I haven't got a pen, so I don't. Can you just write down how many you get, Paul?
Yeah, I'm just putting a little tick if I get it right.
Because I left my pen over there. Okay, number 2.
Okay. Yep.
I'll just reset my timer. There you go. Number 2. This is Ezra 6:14.
Ezra 6:14. Yep.
Yeah. The question is, the elders of the Jews continued to build and prosper under the something of which prophet? Go.
Come on, Ezra. Where are you, Ezra? Count me down how long I've got left. 5,
4, 3, 2,
Nehemiah.
1. Oh no, Paul! Hang on. It was the elders of the Jews continue to build and prosper under the preaching of Haggai.
Haggai. Of course, it was Haggai.
Okay. Right. Okay. So number 3.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
Ecclesiastes 10:17.
Yep.
Finish the sentence. Blessed is the... Go.
I can't find it. Where is it?
4, 3, 2, 1.
The righteous man.
Oh, what was that?
Blessed is the righteous.
It's not. Sorry, Paul. It's blessed is the land whose king is of noble birth and whose princes eat at the proper time. No, you didn't. Don't be naughty. How many? What have you got? You've got one at the moment, haven't you? Yeah, one. Right. What are we on? Number 4.
Number 4.
Right, number 4. Okay, so this is Amos 5:19.
Yep.
It will be as though a man fled from what, only to meet what. Go.
Okay. My Amos. All these little minor prophets you're giving me. I can't find the things.
It's not 2.
5.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Oh, I got there as well. Fled from a lion, only to meet a bear.
Hard. It's 15 seconds isn't a lot, is it? When you're splitting, it's really hard.
Okay.
So a lion and a bear, yeah. Okay. Next one. Number 5. 2 Kings 17:1. In the 12th year of Ahaz, king of Judah, Hoshea, son of who, became king of Israel in Samaria? Go.
2 Kings 17. Come on. We can do this.
On 10, 9, 6.
2 Kings 17 verse 1. King of Judah, Hoshea, son of Elah.
Oh, yeah, I think you just got that, didn't you? Was that Ella?
Yeah. Elah.
Yeah. Okay, we'll give you that because that was literally just.
I was there before the bell.
We just no. Do you know what? This this noise has gone funny on here. It just did it. There you go. We'll give you that.
2.
So that's 2. That's 2, isn't it?
I'll do well on the next ones. Okay.
Okay. What question are we on? Number 6, isn't it? Right. Ruth 4:11.
Ruth 4:11. Yeah.
Then the elders and all the people at the gate said, what? Go.
Tell me, countdown. Then the elders of all those said, we are witnesses. Yes.
Well done.
May the Lord,
well done.
this woman who's coming. Yes.
Well done. That's 3.
I've got to get 2
that's
more.
3.
Come on, Paul, you can do this.
Well done. It's hard, isn't it? It's hard getting there in 15 seconds. It's really hard.
Those little minor prophets.
Yeah,
it's like 1 or 2
it's
pages.
exactly. Because you've got to find the scripture and then look down it and yeah. Right, so number 7
Okay, yeah.
is Numbers 18:5.
Okay, Numbers 18:5.
The Lord said to Aaron, you are responsible for the care of the what and the something so that my wrath will not fall on the Israelites again. Go.
5, right.
18:5.
You've gone very quiet, Nick. I can hardly hear you.
5, 4, 3.
You are responsible for the care of the sanctuary and the altar and the raft that will not
it just finished. It just finished. I don't think you got that though, Paul.
I did. Do you not hear me?
No, because the timer went off.
I heard it go beep, and then I'd already said it.
Yeah, but the timer went off.
I can't. You've gone like really quiet. I can't hear you at all.
You went quiet for me a minute ago.
Okay, so I had
I don't know. We're We're going to have to give that because you said it, but the timer had stopped. So
my ears, it went beep at the end, and I'd already said it. So I'm going to have
we'll
that one.
give that to Dan. We'll give that to Dan.
Okay, I'm gonna have that one though, because that's 4.
I knew you
I
would.
definitely got that in. Okay, what's the next one?
You're naughty. Sorry, okay. Number 8. So question 8.
Yep.
Joshua 14:7.
Yeah.
Caleb, was how old when Moses, the servant of the Lord, sent him from Kadesh Barnea to explore the land? Go.
Joshua 14:7. Joshua, where are you? Yeah.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
14.
Sorry, it went off, Paul. I know you got it, but it went off.
I got it when you said 1.
It went off. It went off. The timer went off.
I got it. Oh, come on. I got
Timer went
shot.
off. I'll give you the other one, but you can't have that one, Paul, because the timer stopped. The timer stopped. You can. Look, I'm being really nice, giving you number 4.
Okay. Okay, can I do 2 more? What's the next one?
Number 9. 1 Chronicles 18:16.
It was 18:16. Yeah.
Who was the son of Ahitub and Ahimelech? Go.
Chronicles. 1 Chronicles 18.
5, 4, 2, 1. Sorry, Paul. 18:16.
Is it A? What was your answer for that?
Who was the son of Ahitub and Ahimelech? Zadok.
Oh, I'm in 2 Chronicles. Ah.
Okay. Well, you've got 4. You just need to get this last one, Paul. You have to get this last one.
Pressure. Okay.
Have to get this last one. I think you should get this one. I think this is quite a nice one because, it's Book of Proverbs 26.
Proverbs 26. Yeah.
And the question is, complete the sentence. Many. Go.
Proverbs 26 what?
All right, I haven't started yet. Proverbs 26.
Yeah.
I want you to complete this sentence.
I've got to look for
Many.
the proverb.
Just 26. It's not that long. So 20
seconds to read it.
15 seconds.
Okay.
So complete the sentence. Many. Go.
Proverbs 26. It's massive.
4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, sorry, Paul. Time's up.
That's a whole chapter I've got to look through.
It's not. It's Proverbs 26. It's quite a small one.
It's not. It's massive. Look. Proverbs chapter 26. There.
No, 26, Paul. 26. 20, verse 6. 26.
I am lost for words.
I said that. Dan, you heard me. I said
Proverbs
26.
26 is what you said, not Proverbs
26.
chapter 20, verse 6. Naughty Nicky knew. Well.
Do you know what, Paul? I could be really, really nice to you, but I don't know if I should be really, really nice.
I think that was very controversial, that decision. That would have made me win because I was in the book of Proverbs. But hey ho, I'm going to be gracious. I'm going to allow you to have that atomic pie face point, which brings the score to...
I don't know, what is it? I'm not sure. What is it? Dan will have to tell us. Is it 4-3? I don't know. You have to check that.
It might be 4-4 now because you won last week as well, didn't you? 4-4. But I think we're going to get some complaints on the emails coming in that Paul wasn't treated fairly this week.
Do you know what, Paul?
Yeah.
If you want, we can do that one again, but you have to shut the whole Bible up and go and find it in 15 seconds.
I think we'll leave it there because time has escaped us.
Okay.
But, hey, tune in next Friday. If you think I was treated right, put it in the comment section. But tune in next Friday.
I was very fair.
For the greatest show on earth. See you later, guys. Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to today's show. We hope you liked it. Now, what would be really nice is if you would subscribe to our channel and told all your friends about us, as this would advertise our show for free. And it would be really nice if you could do that for me. The Paul and Nicky Show, the greatest show on earth. Woohoo!